Hi everyone, it's Maija here. Welcome to a process video for Hip Kit Club. Today I'll be making a layout with the July hip kits. I'll be using just the main kits. These are the pattern papers that came with the kits. I'll be using these sides. I decided to go with this pink and yellow theme for the page, and I'll be making little banners on the layout. So at first I'll be cutting these little pieces of paper 3 by 4 inches and then cutting them into the banner shapes. So I usually freehand my pennants or banners, but this time I wanted to make sure that the cut in the middle is right in the middle. So I used my cutting tool to get that, but then just freehanding from one corner to the center and then using this first one as a guide to cut the others too. Next I want to add some hand stitching onto each of these little pennants. So I'm using this piercing tool and just roughly going it by hand throughout the whole pennant and gently piercing it first this time around. And then I'm going through each of the holes to get them go through the whole paper. And then it's time to repeat it for the whole 6 banners. So that they are, all of them pierced, and then it's time to do the stitching. I like using this just a regular thread, sewing thread. I like to use it doubled, so I'm gonna put it through my needle and then have it doubled and use it to stitch with a back stitch throughout the whole shape. When I get to the end of my stitching, I like to leave the thread showing. So usually the beginning and the end of the thread is showing, and I like the fact that it gives the nice finishing touch and a handmade touch on it. And then again, going through all of the 5 other pennants with these threads, and it took a while, but I don't mind. I like doing the stitching on paper. I usually watch some show on Netflix or watch crafting videos on YouTube, and it's a fun way to spend some time doing crafts. And now I'm just placing them on the paper. I was thinking about doing the pink, but I'm quite stuck on using white background in my layouts. I really like how everything pops up on the page when the background is white. So now I want to do some stitching to make the banner. So kind of like the string on the banner. So I'm just marking it on my paper to see where I want to begin and where I want it to end, and then going it through with my sewing machine. And there you can see I went through it twice to get a little more extra texture. And then it kind of looks like it's a banner hanging on something. And then it's time to embellish. I'll be using the Hip Kit Club exclusive die cut ephemeras. These are the Summer Wives cute ephemeras that are everything and anything you might think of that goes with the summer themed layouts. I just go through each of them and then pick out what I want to use for this one, and then figuring out where to put them on the layouts. This is how I actually like to go through my die cuts. I never decide beforehand what I'm going to use. I just love picking out things, and then as I have chosen the ones that speak to me at this moment, it's usually fun to figure out how to put them into a layout. So now I'm just roughly going through them, placing them on each of the banners. I want to decorate all of them, put some on the photos too, but now I'll just roughly do it, and then once I get to the actual adhering time, then I'll make the final decisions on where to put them. I am also using these puffy stickers from Pinkfresh Studio, and with these stickers that come in the clear packing, I like to cut them off so I can think about where I'm going to put them. So I don't have to stick them right away, but I can just see if they go in that position that I wanted to, and then I can take them off the packing once I'm sure on where I want to put it. Then I'm just going through each banner and decorating them. I love doing layouts like this, where you can kind of put your layout into different pieces or different sections that you can use lots of decorations and ephemeras and anything you want, embellishments on one spot, and then move on to the next one, and in the end you'll get this gorgeous layout with lots of embellishments, lots of beautiful things on it, and you'll have tons to look at when it's finished. And when it's layouts like this, it's easier to use these little quirkier elements. For example, this really cute flamingo on a bike. I mean, it's a really random thing, but I love it. And when you use these kind of clusters of embellishments, they work out really well, and it turns out really cute. So one last finishing touch on this last banner, and then I'll be ready to the actual adhering of them. First I wanted to go through with yellow thread the same way that I already did with the white one. So I went to my sewing machine, did it once with the yellow one, and then I'm going to go back and just slightly adhere these banners onto the paper so that they stick on while I'm sewing them. So just a few pieces of adhesive and then placing them where I want them, and then I'll be going through with my sewing machine later to adhere them. But before I do that, I wanted to add a title on the page. These photos that are there, there's a photo of me and my kids, and then one photo of my kids, and they are taken at the ferry dock close to our summer house. So almost every year for the past 36 years I've been at this summer house. It's up north, a little far away from where we live, and each summer we go there. Our kids have gone there each summer. For the past 2 years I haven't been able to go there with them since I've been working. My husband has been there with them, but every time I am there we take this photo of me and the kids at the dock. So at first it was me and my daughter, and then along came our son, and for the past years we've taken this photo. So it's a summer tradition that we do. We take a photo of us and usually some photos of the kids too. It's a gorgeous place right by the sea. So I wanted to make this little banner looking, pennant looking title too. And then I went through it with my sewing machine to make everything stick together, and then just placing one more thing. I realized that there are fruits on all of the other banners than the first one, so just adding these cute little cherries onto the first one, and it's done. I really love how this turned out, and as I said, I love making layouts like this where you can put it into pieces and just focus on one section at a time. I hope you like it. I hope you are inspired to try this, and do try stitching. It makes the layouts look really finished and gorgeous. Don't hesitate getting out the needle and trying it either by hand or with your sewing machine. I hope you like it. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.